It is 19.99, and we've been given a task to, if we click on our job listing, basically gather loads of biometric data and sort it. So it's a bit of a strange game, this one. We're probably one of the weirdest incremental games to play. But basically, we are getting biometric data, like in this test clip, of people's faces and sorting it. First things first, we need to go on the marketplace and buy some data. So we can buy any data we want in here. Let's just buy incomplete people of interest, and that's going to be $30. Let's click buy now. Any faces that the system deems like it's going to be useful for us to sort of build a little, computer generated AI system. So we'll click on all the faces we can that are good. So that's one total data set completed. Okay, that's pretty simple. So it's basically congratulating us on our first position. Let's delete all of those. So this is the hardware on the side, which we can upgrade. So we've got storage, memory, CPU usage, temperature, power. So that's obviously costing us, what, 12 cents? So let's purchase some more data. So unsorted people of interest, unverified identity matches. So purchase that. Again, this is a very unique game. I've never really played anything like this before. It almost feels like illegal. It's a bit strange. But they're not real people, so it's not the end of the world, is it? So that's it. 2 data sets complete. We've got $360. Buy automatically. I don't think so. Because is there any way that we can do this automatically? So what's the billing breakdown? We'll keep that up there. Move this down. There we go. So we've got, that's how many we're losing a second. Rank, new hire onboarding per second. Electricity. Okay. So current data set. We've got no data set selected because I haven't bought any. Let's just buy all 3 of those. So storage, we're running out of storage. So you can do an auto mode down here, but the problem is it's not going to be very cost effective right now because it is sort of, well, going to cost us a lot in electricity to go into auto mode. So we're going to just manually do the ones we've bought for now and just keep our money up. It says if you go bankrupt 3 times, then it is the end of the game. So that's our main goal, to just stay on top of our money. We've now been promoted to trainee, and we've also unlocked the software side of things. So system upgrades, software. So we've got auto now. So we're going to do the auto mode. So let's upgrade that. And we already know how to upgrade that. Auto mode accuracy boost. So that's $40. So what? Level 1 out of 10 uses RAM and storage. Okay, so we need to upgrade our memory in the hardware section. Let's do that straight away because what's that then? It must be trainee 2 or higher. So we can't do that. So unfortunately, our memory's now nearly maxed out. But if we purchase some data sets, just have to downgrade our memory. So we haven't got enough memory to buy any more data sets, but we can buy these now. I'll buy as many as we can and click auto mode. And let's just see how slow this is. So it's definitely slower than if we just did it ourselves. But obviously, we don't have to do it. But I'm hoping it's pretty accurate. It wasn't actually that accurate at all, to be honest. So we just turned it off and did the rest ourselves. But let's go back to our software. Just check what else we've got. So we've got impact prediction. That's a lot of money, that is. Extra backup. Okay, so that's if we go wrong, we can just back up to that point, which we don't need that right now. We haven't unlocked that one yet. We just need to get to trainee 2. So we'll just keep buying data sets until we level up to trainee 2. So that last data set went really, really bad. It was only about 20% accuracy. It's any photos that have like a bit of static in them. It seems to select, which is not great. We're now trainee level 2. So we can access hardware now, which is what we wanted to access. So it was memory for the accuracy. So we'll upgrade that. Let's do it a couple of times. Why not? CPU. And we'll do storage. We can hold more photos. Temperature's too high. Cooling. Right, we'll buy that now instantly. Do 2 lots of that. We're good right now. Uses power, uses water. We've been given some new documents on, well, someone's come up with some new facial recognition software. And it's like basically a written overview of what they've found out because we've been getting through so many faces. System performance revealed a face detection rate of 90.5% of 130 images. Conclusion for future research, etc., etc. I had to downgrade some of the hardware because we were spending about $7 per second, which isn't great. So I've downgraded it all to level 1 now. Software still as it was. We're now level 3 on the trainee. So if we go down here, we go infrastructure, water recycling. So decrease the total amount of water used by your cooling systems, but it uses power, which isn't great. Solar panels will be good. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Why not? Keep buying these data sets. Our storage is running out at the minute. That's our main problem. But I think I'm going to do storage next. As we have a surplus of power, I've decided to also do the water recycling. So that's now level 2. So that those, both of these are saving us quite a lot of money now. So definitely worth it. It does flash up $26 sometimes, but most of the time it is saving us a lot of money. After upgrading our CPU usage, we had to upgrade the solar panels as well to stay in a surplus, but we're still in a surplus on both of these. So currently cost going out is 0, which is great, which means we're only making money, not losing any money. Also upgraded the accuracy by 1 level, which is definitely helping, but it's still not as good as obviously it would be if you're doing it manually. Just to unlock this tool, system visualizer. So what's this? Plant 54Z, memory, etc, etc, etc. Okay, it gives us basically just data about it. So what's red? Calling's red. So it just basically just gives us what we sort of need to upgrade next. Well, I'll keep an eye on that, definitely. What is the calling next? $600. It's fine right now. So, well, I think the higher the temperature, the more power it uses. So we'll upgrade that by 1. Any upgrade really sets the power limit in a negative. So I think the main focus right now is just going to be to keep upgrading the solar panels because, like I said, there's no drawbacks to it. So when I get that to level 5, it's going to cost $4,000, which is quite a lot, but it's going to make sure that we, stay in a surplus at all times. We're now level 5, so we've got a surplus of around 4.5 megawatts. Memory struggling, so I'm going to purchase memory now and see how that affects our power. We should still be in a surplus, I'm hoping. I just had a crazy thought. Has anyone ever mind their own face? No, thank you. Anyway, so surplus of 3.88, that's fine. I think next we're going to do the accuracy again because the accuracy is not great. So level 3 out of 10. Let's buy that. Obviously it uses memory and storage. That's why I upgraded memory. Storage is fine. I think it's time to upgrade the CPU. So we'll do that. Click upgrade. Hopefully that doesn't send us over the edge in temperature and power. Still in a surplus, I think. So we should be good there. Water, fine. Going to be expensive, but I think I'm going to buy the solar panels again once I've got enough money. Again, no drawbacks. We had to upgrade the cooling, which means I'll be able to upgrade the water as well. So we're not in much of a surplus now with the power. My current main goal is to try and get this auto mode accuracy boost out to level 10 out of 10. I'm hoping that once it's 10 out of 10, that means it should be 100% accurate. Again, this one just speeds it up, but I'm not really too bothered about that. It's doing it pretty quickly right now. And this bounty hunter thing, basically, some data sets reward you a lot more money. I haven't upgraded that yet, but it's $10,000. So I'm thinking about doing it because you do get a lot of extra money for doing it. I'll upgrade that. Doesn't use anything again, so it's just very expensive. I've now maxed out the accuracy, so it's now level 10 out of 10. Most of the data sets are actually 100% accurate, but there are still some that aren't. So, the heavier data sets where it's less purity, they're still not 100%, but they're still very high. But most of the more purity ones are 100% accurate, which means we're basically raking in money right now. I've just bought this for $10,000. It is the impact prediction. So let's say we go to hardware, and as you can see, you click on this, it says power used 15%, 15%. It's pretty cool. It tells you basically what it's going to use. So current is that, predicted is that, generated, predicted. So I'm wondering if that's going to do infrastructure as well. There it is. The difference between the generator and the solar panels isn't too much. I know obviously the generator is $5,000, which is a lot less than the solar panels, but the solar panels are, well, they don't have any drawbacks. This has increased temperature, which isn't great. I think I'll stick with the solar panels. I know it's a long way of going around it, but I prefer to have it where it's no drawbacks. And with the software, if we upgrade this, what does that do? So power use 0.5%. As you can see from the speed and the upgrades of our auto mode, it goes very, very quickly now. And it says the more data I have loaded up, so the more of this we buy, let's buy that because it's 2 times. And the more data we have, the quicker it scans through it. And it's very quick. We just got to keep an eye on our power and our water because obviously the faster it scans, the more statistics it uses. Thinking of upgrading the CPU and the memory soon, but we can also double check what that's going to affect. 13% power and the CPU 12. We are now a permanent employee, so we've passed our probation, which is great, so we can delete that. We've got our harvesting thing now, so if we go back onto here, we should get, harvesting. So, God, this is a bit strange. So, face, find the camera. It passively captures faces in the wild and packages them up into 100% purity datasets. I'm not going to buy any of those just yet because we are making a lot of money doing this. I want to get all of our hardware to level 10 first before we even look at doing that. Everything we have in here is now level 10, at least apart from storage, because we don't really need much storage. Same story in software. Auto mode is level 10. Obviously, that's max level. That's max level. We've got antivirus level 1 just in case. But you can see by the speed it's going from, it's going very, very quickly. Water recycling is level 10. Solar panels level 15. So we've got enough power. Got enough water, which is fine. We could probably upgrade storage a little bit. What's the impact going to be? 5% power. Yeah, why not? But now I'm going to look on this harvesting page. So face finder camera. Open the impact. Let's just upgrade this to level 1 and we'll see what's in the... Is that the surveillance hub? I'm guessing that was the same thing, but no. Let's open the surveillance hub. So surveillance visualizer, you have min max harvest size is dependent on your current level. Once a harvest reaches the max size, it will automatically be harvested and added to your processing queue. The current minimum size 7 gig, max size 15 gig. Cool. We've got this random world. Is that one camera there, I'm guessing? So biometric data yield is 2. Size 0 gig, purity 100%. Max harvested and process value $1. Let's go to 5 cameras. Got 5 cameras now. Yield's going up a little bit. But cross off that. Have we got anything to worry about in here? So power's fine. Water's fine. All of these 3 are fine. Temperature's very low because I upgraded that recently. Everything's low. Everything's great, to be honest. I think the main purpose with these harvesting cameras is to basically mean you don't have to purchase any more data. You can sort of be self-sufficient in that way. I think that sort of does make sense. So probably should investing in these a little bit sooner. So we're currently working through our own database. So as you can see, harvested database 0. There should be 100% purity, which means it should be 100% accurate. And as you can see from the amount of money we're making, it's $1,000 per second. So we've currently got 3,300 cameras in the wild gathering this data, which is plenty. And it seems to be giving us 100% purity, which is great. So I'm probably going to get this to level 50. I just wanted to show the difference between what purity basically does. So let's go this one down here, 50% purity. And we'll buy that now and we'll switch over to it. So it's this one. This is how fast this one is with 50% purity. That's just those pixelated pictures that you can't really use the data from. And we get 450 per second. But if we go to our own database, which is 100% purity, there's none of those, which means you can just find the person instantly and we get 1200 per second. So that's the difference. We now unlocked excavator rank 2, which means we've unlocked this emissions thing here. Apparently we're producing too much emissions, so we need to sort that out by purchasing an urban forestry program. So if we upgrade that, is that sorted out? No, not yet. Let's just do 10 levels of that. Use 21.9, saved, deficit 18. We finally unlocked a new option. So if we go to infrastructure, we've unlocked this cluster computing, basically outsourcing our computing processing power. So if we go on this, minus 10% power used. Yep. Okay. Obviously this will change, but we should gain a lot of power back, in theory. It's going to be cheaper to do the emissions than it is to keep upgrading our own power. That's my thinking behind it, and that's a lot cheaper as well than minus whatever this will be. So let's upgrade this a few times. As far as this, we've got 15 cluster computing things now. Water recycling I upgraded a little bit because the temperature was getting a little bit high. Software 21, they're all the same, and then hardware, everything's level 15 now. I had 110 of these offsets to, get a surplus on the emissions. Water's got a surplus and power's got a surplus. Not much is being used, but in our harvesting, we've got 15 now. So we've got our hub, we've got 15,000 cameras, and they're processing faster than we can process it on this side. So as you can see, all these databases are in a surplus as well, which is great. It's come up saying our cluster node has disconnected, and we've had to turn our auto mode off. So we'll go on to this. Where's that disappeared to? Oh, there it is. So currently offloading 23 teraflops. Click on this and it's told us to enter this code down here. So it is 942584. Okay. And that's now reconnected. The 20 active nodes in cluster, local processing used 25,000. Obviously we need to keep an eye on that. Otherwise it's not going to go great because most of our processing power is offloaded. So keep an eye on that and make sure that we don't get any more disconnections. At this stage, the upgrades are very slow. It's sort of a bit grindy now. I'm interested to see what's going to happen at level 200 because we still have this missing slot here. All of our usage is fine. Emissions fine. Water fine. Power fine. Just slowly upgrading this auto mode upgrade because we are generating enough stuff for us to carry on, as you can see here. 30,000 cameras now. Still getting enough for us to keep on rolling through these. As you can see, we've still got enough. Not running out anytime soon. What I am trying to do is upgrade our solar panels a bit more and downgrade the cluster computing, because every now and again they do go down and you have to manually interact and put the code in. So I'm trying to sort of rely less on them and more on just our own infrastructure. But we're still in surplus on all of these, 32 on the power, which is great. To be honest, I didn't actually realise this was another option we've unlocked. So we've got firewall, which decreases the chance of a cluster computing node being disconnected. If that max upgrade means that we can be 100% protected from them disconnecting, then I'll do that, definitely, because that's the only reason I got rid of them in the first place, was because they had the chance of disconnecting. So we'll upgrade this. That's now maxed out, so we can start buying those cluster nodes again. I had to sell one of the power things, to be honest, to afford it, but we go to infrastructure, we can start purchasing these again. In our surveillance hub, we currently have 45,000 cameras, which isn't too bad. Definitely still got enough, as you can see from here. Plenty of data sets to go through. Just about fine on power emissions, water. We've bought 40 cluster computers now, so we've got 40 of each. We've just unlocked another thing over here, planetary heat index, and basically all the... It's not really mining. Well, it is mining technically. It's AI mining of faces. It's heating the whole planet up. So some people like it. Some people are saying, oh, they're getting tans and stuff like that, and some people are obviously worried, which you would be. Keep an eye on this, 59 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius because I work on Celsius. We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully the world doesn't explode. So we've got 54 cluster computers now, and our auto mode upgrade on 51, which means, well, you can see that the speed we're processing through these is very, very quickly. The heat index continues to rise. It's now at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We're making around $8,000 per second, and we're now at Architect Rank 3, and we've unlocked Public Relations. So this has just popped up. Currently going through an emergency transmission. Looks like the world is slowly burning. We're currently at 74-ish Fahrenheit. That's not good. Obviously, we're going to carry on and ignore that because that is nothing to do with us. Emergency transmission number 3 is not looking good. A bit freaked out by the number of emergency vehicles that seems to be out about lately. It feels like a disaster movie. Emergency transmission 4, we can't see anything. It's just pure black smoke, and the temperature's at 78.8. Number 7, it looks like the whole world's on fire. So I don't think there's going to be long left. I'm guessing when that gets to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it might end. The heat index is slowly dropping now, and I'm not sure why. I think it might be because I've just upgraded my temperature a little bit. I've now got rid of all of my harvesting things because most of the purchase data on here is 2 times. So I thought I might as well do that because I'm going to be selecting the 2 times ones anyway. And that's freed up a bit of power. So I've upgraded the auto mode upgrade to level 75 now. Is it going to be level 300? Because this is literally about to end now, so we'll find out. Now ranked chosen 1. So we haven't had the world end just yet. So again, I'm not really sure when it does end. Maybe it's just related to the heat, and because I upgraded my temperature, it's probably gone down a bit. Now this is a weird email. Basically, they're saying that I'm the only employee left, but strangely enough, I've been the only ever employee. I don't really know how that works, but we're now 133 Fahrenheit, so it's getting kind of insane right now. Still making a lot of money, making $100,000-ish per second. We are now on emergency transmission 33, which is a lot of emergency transmissions. Now it's gone back to 1. Oh dear. I may have spoke too soon. It's now 141 degrees, and there's police sirens going off, which is very loud. I think it might be too late. There's a 20-second timer on the screen now. Yeah, there's no way I can close these faster than they're opening. Let's see what happens. This is very, very, very loud. So I'm going to have to edit the volume all the way down because I'm now deaf. What happens at the end? That's the question. I think that might be the end of the game. Just a little inkling. Admin view. Instructions, run cycle evaluation. Power down, start new cycle, memory override. Oh, so you can adjust here. That's interesting. Log stream. Message writer. Certificate. This is pretty interesting. Power down. Faceminer. I think that is the end of the game. We could go to endless mode if we wanted. Let's just quickly see how that works. Guessing it just carries on from where we were. Unless you have to do one lot of runs first, and then you get the endless mode unlocked. Doesn't seem like it wants us to go into endless mode. I think the game might be frozen. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that. I thought it was a bit of a weird game, but a very different. So, I mean, the fact that it was weird made it sort of interesting. I've never played like a game like that before, like an incremental or a clicker game like that before, but I quite enjoyed it. So let me know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.